What up, guys? It's your boy, Just King ZA. Welcome back to my channel. And let's get straight into it. I haven't been uploading as much, but I'm back. We'll be dropping more videos. So right now, I just want to get into Gayton McKenzie taking Minister of Sports. You know what I'm saying? It's a very interesting topic. And yeah, man. I hope my patriots there, the patriots, I'm not a patriot. I am a patriot in terms of the word, but in terms of the party, not really, I'm not. But I do support, what it stands for. I do support, the different perspective that they have. So let's get straight into it, man. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the opportunities, that this entails. So let's get straight into it. We're going to also discuss him not getting Home Affairs and police. We'll also be covering some what they call it. We'll also be covering some of the GNU turn off events. You know what I'm saying? So let's get straight into it. As you guys know, Gayton has formed a party 10 years ago, called Patriotic Alliance on Spizani. You know what I'm saying? And this party, during the elections, their campaign was about foreigners must go, abahambe. That's what he was about. That's what he is about. You know what I'm saying? That's his main idea, to say that we cannot have foreigners here that are illegal, doing crimes, doing all these things, doing jobs that they are not even needed. We already have South Africans that can do those jobs, taking minimum wage, and creating this imbalance, unbalanced situation. So we need to get straight into it. We need to understand what Gayton was saying, and I believe that a lot of us do understand. A lot of us do understand. Some don't. Some Pan-Africanists don't. But some people, like myself, understand where he's coming from, because South Africa right now is mixed up. If you look at Johannesburg, the city, it is a mess. It is that cannot be in this country of ours. That is a very, very bad living condition. Like, when you go to Johannesburg, you have to close your nose, man. You have to close your nose when you go to CBD, when you have to go to those areas, Hillbrow. Like, it's a mess. It's almost like the people that are living there, they know that they don't give a damn about that place. They're just here to get a check, send home, and that's it. They don't care about. A citizen of South Africa wouldn't allow their city to, especially a prestigious city, once prestigious city that is the most beloved in South Africa, as the city of gold, as the place where everyone flocks to, as the province, being in the province that everyone flocks to get opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't allow such states. But people who are here illegally, they don't care. And that's where the beef is between us and them. You know what I'm saying? So we supported Gayton. But when it comes to him not getting that role and the police role, so before we go forward, when it comes to police, he would have come in and made sure to deal with all these things, all this foreigner situation, all these things. He would have dealt with them at a very radical scale. He would have given it. He's not in it for money. He's not in it because he's already rich. So he would have really done it for the purpose of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, but in him not getting that position, those positions are I feel like a lot of people are mocking him or trolling him. You only got sports and arts and culture. If I'm not mistaken, I think they mix the two. But for now, I'll just say sports. Him getting that. But I did see him talking about arts and culture as well. So in him getting sports, people forget that he actually said he wanted sports. He wanted either three, or either one of the three: home affairs, or police, or sports. So in him saying sports, he said that a child in sports is a child out of jail. A child in sports is a child not doing crimes and all that. Meaning that sports sophisticates a child. It evolves their brain, and I understand that because sports is something that it trains you, physically. It trains you to do hard things, and you need that in life to be able to do the hard things in life, So sports is an amazing thing, and then Gayton saw the opportunity there. So what about the missed opportunity of him not getting those roles? For me, I believe that it's not that much of an L. It's an opportunity for him to prove himself as a minister. While doing the thing that he's saying he wants to do, he can do it within the next 5 years. He can just implement a lot of things to make sure that children are in sports, to make sure that schools in rural villages have a strong sports, extramural activity, sports department, that really takes sports seriously. That schools have rugby fields, have soccer fields, and have competition amongst each other, and then pay the schools in terms of like who wins, gets this much money, whatever, and trophy, everything, coverage on the news, everything, you know what I'm saying, and make it a big thing out of sports to really, because I know from the school I went to, the sports there really kept us out of a lot of things, because you would have this, when it's championships time, cricket test matches or matches against schools, that when this school versus this school, it's a big thing. Our school versus another rival school of ours, which was actually a sister school. It would be amazing. Our team would travel to the main city, to play a team that side, and it would be like a finale match, and it would be big, and that thing would keep us, always would have something to hope for, in the school year, that cricket season is here. We're going to play, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be very, very powerful. You know what I'm saying? So it is very, very exciting thing. So if you look at the schools nowadays, especially in rural area, they don't take sports seriously. Children just go to school, they just make a mess in terms of like doing as they please, running around, engaging. Now they start to engage. They have a lot of idle time, so they start to engage in smoking things and doing all type of things, and getting high, doing all type of things, messing up the toilets, writing, drawing things, pornographical things on the walls, not even making their place to be very, very much, they're not learning responsibility. It's just doing, smoking is easy, doing all these things is easy, but running around the rugby field to make sure you are fit or you are informed for season, that's training your mind to do the hard things in life, and that's one thing I appreciate, the white schools for, they really know the importance. They know the center points of life, like what to improve or what to focus on. You see even how they build their cities, how they build Orania and all those things. They don't start with tall buildings and fancy things. No, they start with basic quality, infrastructure. Basic quality infrastructure that would allow for an economy. You know, you got a welding thing, you got this, you got that, you got that. Then you know that when I come to the main street of that city, of that place, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. If I want to start a business, whatever, I know that I can get my metals here, I can get this and that. I can go and establish my own thing, my own situation, start my own business, and we can be an ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they understand, that you need to focus on certain things. They don't just go to the leverage. After they've done that, after they've created a proper economy that works well year by year by year, then now they can establish a fancy side. That's why you see in the towns, there's always a fancy side or a tycoon side, the tycoon area. You know what I'm saying? Then they can build that one. Then you know that, hey, that side is for and then they establish another side, and you know what I'm saying? But they have to form the center. That's why they say the center must hold. You know, they understand what is the center. And us as black people need to understand the center. You know what I'm saying? To understand the center, because the center must hold. If the center is not holding, everything falls apart. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our government was doing. It was not allowing the center to hold. It was focusing on the fancy things and the ministers having 4 cars and getting paid millions and all these things and having blue lights and all these type of things. They're focusing on those things. Yet the center, which is the infrastructure, is falling apart. The center, which is core business, small business, this and that, you know, farming, all these things, you know, is not holding, you know. So I'm glad also that John Steenhuisen is in agriculture. That's why John Steenhuisen is in agriculture, because he understands that that is the center point. That is the center. Agriculture is the center. Infrastructure is the center. And I saw the DA took both. You know, so that is the center of life, man, of living, of society. Infrastructure, agriculture, you know. Once you master those things, then you have a center. Then you can go and do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So it is very much important. So Gayton McKenzie doing this, I understand. But for me, it is a chance for him to prove himself as an effective and efficient minister. And then over time, he can be moved. He can now demand and say, now I want Home Affairs. And also it's a chance to see whoever is in Home Affairs and police, if they'll do a good job in the next 5 years. If not, then he can say, you see, these people fail to do this thing. We still have foreigners. Foreigners are still doing this thing. We still have illegal foreigners, doing these things and doing these things. You see what I've done in sports? I've done well. I've focused on the key areas, you know. I've focused on this thing. Look at what I've built. Look at the results of all that hard work. Can I now please take Home Affairs to deal with these things? You know what I'm saying? So you have to crawl. You have to crawl before you can walk, you know. You have to crawl before you can walk. You know what I'm saying? You have to crawl before you can walk. That's just a lesson in life. It's just a lesson in life. You have to crawl before you can walk. And then when you walk, you will walk the right way. You know, you will do the right things, you know. But now if you never crawled, then you're just gonna be. Because you never learn balance. You know, so yeah, man, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with Gayton getting that position. For me, it's moving the right step. This government is very interesting, because now you start to understand how much power the ANC actually had amongst themselves to really not say anything about what any other is doing. Literally, it was a closed house where people were just doing as they please. They decide if they want to listen to you or don't want to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? They decide if they want to do what you are telling them to do or not. And that's the delay in life, the delay in the progress, you know, where people just do as they please. They don't They don't focus on the needs of South Africans. They listen whenever they want to listen. If they don't want to listen, they don't listen. So right now, this government, this mix-up of a government, this GNU, really, if you are caught sleeping on your job, then it's a problem. You know, it's a problem. There will be real issues, you know, to really talk about. You'll have to discuss whatever you are doing. Whatever wrongs you are doing, you have to discuss, you have to say. And now you have other parties to compete with. You have other parties to compete with. Everyone, this term will be a term of performance. A performance competition. It won't be a competition of who's got the biggest car, or no, it'll be who can provide the best service. I feel like this next 5 years will be very good for the citizen of South Africa. It will be very good for the citizen of South Africa. NHI bills, all those type of things. So healthcare will be available. Like, you can't sleep. The more you sleep, you will be seeing that this one is lame. This one is corrupt. This one doesn't work. You know. So as much as we think this thing is bad, whatever, to bring the world back to apartheid or whatever, no. I feel like it was needed. I feel like it was needed for us to, because people were doing as they please. People were doing as they please. They didn't care what you say, how you say it. You know. They didn't care what you say and how you say it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's just how I see it. Anyways, your boy, Just King ZA. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.